It's the Ron and Fez Show. Thanks for being with us on a Monday. We're here till 11 o'clock tonight on 106.7 WJFK and live 105.7. George Bush Sr. celebrated his 80th birthday with a couple of tandem parachute jumps over the weekend. The weather kept him from doing his solo jump. Kind of hard to look cool when you're attached to another man sailing to the air.
Yeah, but it is kind of loopy and crazy, and I get a big kick out of it. It's kind of like Dudley Moore, an author. It's just, you're doing something wacky, and now everybody has to watch you do it.
He keeps doing those things where you see it like in Hallmark ads or something. Just because you're 80 doesn't mean you can't do stuff.
Right. And there's no one ever said, hey, that guy's 80, I bet he can't jump out of a plane. Nobody's pushing you to make these big, bold, crazy moves.
He looked like the human cicada out there, like there was some sort of flying mating ritual going on.
And I wonder if he's like laying around at night trying to think of new stunts. You know, he's just going, Bar, what about trapeze? No. George, no.
Go to sleep. The embarrassing thing is, in the tandem jump, he has to land with his legs straight out.
Yeah.
So it just looks nutty when he comes in on his bum.
Yeah, the whole thing is just bizarre. Well, the other guy's supposed to catch him, and you're right. You can't look cool doing it. But I do like the fact of, I'm going to do something crazy, and all you people have to watch. Like you're 3 years old. Like you're 3 years old, and you're showing everybody that you can twirl. All right, Fezzy, the Red Cross has now said that according to the Geneva Convention, the U.S. must charge Saddam Hussein by June 30 or release him.
All right, so since we give up the country June 30th, we have to give up our war detainees, and that includes Saddam.
Yeah.
So Saddam, you know what? I hope he doesn't walk on this one. All of a sudden, Saddam's a free man, and he's doing Katie Couric interviews with O.J.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. June 30, we go, okay, he belongs to Iraq. Two guys walk in and shoot him, and that's the end of it. We had a trial, and we found him guilty.
Yeah, the new president of Iraq, Yar, he keeps saying, yes, we'd like to have Saddam in 2 weeks, please. That'll be fine. That'll be plenty of time before the deadline. If we could get Saddam before the deadline. And it's like, are we being set up again here?
Yeah. And all of a sudden they go, he's found innocent, and he's also running our country.
Please, hand him to us now. There's no way we'd put him right back in his palace. People in Denver were shocked to find out that their sister city is Baghdad. Laura Bush announced this last week, but Denver Mayor Hickenlooper said he had never heard of this before.
Maybe we ought to bomb Denver then before they try something. You can't trust those people in Denver.
Tell us about your sister and what she's up to, Denver.
It's stepsister, really. It's not a real close family. So they didn't even know their sister city was Baghdad.
Yeah, Laura Bush just kind of threw that out there for everyone.
Now, did she know it from somewhere? Had she read it?
Somebody had to give it to her.
Yeah.
You know, and say, oh, this is the beautiful sister city of Baghdad.
But you'd think the people of Denver would know who their sister city was. Now they're going to hear, hey, by the way, their logo is Satan. So it's a wacky town. It's Denver.
Yeah, I got the list here. Baltimore, congratulations. Your new sister city is Fallujah. And D.C., you're getting the Sunni Triangle.
So it's all fun for everybody.
Yeah, everyone's getting a new sister. We're adopting Iraqi refugee cities. New Iraqi President Al-Yar also disagrees with President Bush about knocking down the Abu Ghraib prison, saying that it's just reactionist. And that thing cost $100 million to build. And
that's $100 million Iraqi dollars. So I understand where he's coming from. He's like, we have so little, and after we knock this thing down, where do we expect us to torture people? We are not getting rid of the torture prison.
Did I remember to tell you we need Saddam in 2 weeks? We're going to need a place to keep him. The legendary Abu Ghraib would be perfect for this occasion. We'll bring in some caterers.
Unless you have some kind of jail for the criminally insane.
We'll trade you Arkham Asylum.
Well, you know, what do they suppose? Why would we tear it down?
We were going to tear it down so that it's no longer a symbol. We would be tearing down a symbol of Saddam's tyranny.
Yeah, but if you tore down every place where people in that country were either raped or tortured, you'd be looking around at nothing but sand.
We have every intention of knocking down this international airport that was once named for Saddam.
I'm sure a couple of people have had battery cables hooked up to them there, too.
After all the bombs, I guess they figure enough things have been knocked down in Iraq.
What if we pay them? We give them an extra $100 million and they let us blow it up.
They say they're going to give us a new state-of-the-art prison.
Which would be great.
With big screen TVs.
Yeah.
The lawyer for Lindy England's boyfriend, Army Specialist Charles Granner, wants Donald Rumsfeld and top generals to testify in the court-martial hearings to show that Granner was just following orders.
Rumsfeld is going to be so busy running from court-martial to court-martial. I got to tell you the truth, Fezzi. I'm glad that the defense lawyers are doing this. Nobody else has gotten busted on this deal except for a couple of ham and eggers.
Yeah, they're also like with the dogs last week. They say, yes, we had specific orders from our superiors to use dogs on these guys.
Oh, shut up. You are not. You're court-martialed. You shut up. They're crazy. We've stopped the torture. Thank us.
Hey, when we said we wanted to prosecute you guys, we never thought you'd turn on us like this. That's really rude.
I love this. I think it's going to have a whole dynasty feel about it. I call to the stand Donald Rumsfeld. Oh, mumble, 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 mumble.
Look, he's wearing a black dress and hat.
Yeah. He's going to look fantastic.
So they jumped out of the gate to say, all right, everyone in those pictures is going to jail.
Right.
And now this has totally backfired on them.
Are you shocked, Fez, that something backfired on this gang? The gang that couldn't shoot straight has had one of their plans not work out for them?
Now they're saying Shock and Awe missed a lot of its targets. Like we had 50 big misses during Shock and Awe where we knocked down civilian things.
One of them hit the sister city of Denver.
The only thing we didn't hit was Sodom. Somehow we just bombed all around him in a perfect circle.
By the way, Sodom's sister is John Elway, and I don't even know how that worked out. I believe that's by marriage.
Iran on Saturday said it would reject international restrictions on its nuclear program and challenge the world to accept Iran as a member of the nuclear club.
Wow. It's great to have you as part of the club. This is terrific news for us. I love the fact that people that are just walking around wearing an old army blanket have their thumb on some kind of a bomb.
What we should do is just pick a day where they can't meet and just say that's when the nuclear club gets together so that there's no way they can show up for the meeting.
Who's all in this club? Us, them, and India? I don't like this club at all outside of us.
I had no idea there was a nuclear club. And it's just wrong. And it's bad when our president can't pronounce the name of the club.
Speaking of the club, North Korea now has tested ballistic missile engines capable of hitting the United States with a nuke. So that'll help you sleep a little easier tonight.
Oh, sure, I'll hear the ticking. Now, see, when Colin Powell went to the United Nations, take the entire speech, take out Iraq, and insert the words North Korea, and then you're accurate. Then you actually have an accurate report for a change.
Now we got some whack dogs who we know for a fact have weapons of mass destruction. Our way of dealing with them, ignore.
Well, this is what we
can't hear you. Can't hear you, North Korea.
We have nuclear weapons.
I didn't hear anything.
We're doing ballistic tests. We want to be in the nuclear club. We heard all about it from Iran. I hear there's some great membership perks.
Everyone gets tea and chocolate biscuits.
Now, North Korea, how are we handling this? We're taking a third of our soldiers out of the demilitarized zone.
Right.
So we're actually taking less troops out of Korea now that they're a bigger threat.
That's because they're going to be building a giant net over the United States. That's our way of dealing. That's how far Star Wars has come. What about a big net? All right, we're going to take a break here, Fezzi. Fastest hour in radio. You are listening to the Ron and Fez Show.